Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogan Monster here, along with Stevie B.
Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Hope everybody's doing grand tonight.
Grand.
Grand. Yeah, fucking awesome.
Great, grand, and wonderful.
It's good to see everybody. Jim, what's up? Hey, Sandra. Always good to see you. Connor, what's going on?
Y'all know what I was doing 30 seconds before the show started? Looking for my phone.
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
I think it
running around the house.
I think it runs around without you by itself. I think it just wanders around aimlessly trying to hide.
That's what it feels like, for sure. Wouldn't doubt it.
Michael Haywood, what's up, buddy? He's doing up so early.
Bye, Stu. Good to see you. I know, right?
Dave Blaylock, what's happening? Hey, Stu.
Sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to get the phone going.
Northwoods, good to see you. Is nobody on tonight?
No, I got distracted by this 20-pound bass somebody caught.
Where?
I don't know. That's
California,
what caught my
Texas.
attention. Look at the mouth on that thing.
It's bucket mouths.
You know?
That's what they're called, bucket mouths. Now you know what.
I see.
Put a handle on that.
Oh, that was from 3 years ago. It's a video. I'm not going to watch it. But, sorry. Squirrel. Bass.
No, I can appreciate that distraction.
Let me get to the show.
No, when we're done with the show, we're going catfishing. So, at least for an hour.
I was going to say, for a little bit.
Just like an hour.
That's cool.
That's the one thing we haven't done here. I mean, let me give you. Hold on. Let me put some light on the situation here. That's a little better. Whoa, it's too much. Right line. Yeah, we haven't catfished here for some reason. I mean, I love catfishing because it's just you don't do anything. You just
We
sit
did
there.
once over at the park.
Yeah, but no, I mean, right here.
In, but not outside the house, which is weird.
So last night I went out I was out maybe an hour.
I couldn't hang.
And
I went to bed.
I caught one catfish. It was a bullhead, but it was a catfish. But it was like 2 pounds. It was a big bullhead, fat belly. Let him go.
That's cool. I still haven't caught a catfish. I am.
She's never caught a catfish.
But
Literally never.
I've only been catfishing officially once. I want to say.
I wouldn't even call it that.
Yeah, no. I mean that's what I'm saying. Maybe once.
Yeah,
So it's not like I've made the effort to catch one.
No, neither have I. But here I'm like, yeah, why haven't I done this?
Now I'm ready to.
I literally I used a jig head that had a jig on it. I mean a grub on it, and a plastic grub. I ripped that off, put a shrimp on there, and just cast it out. As long as there's weight and a hook, it's good to go. Catfish don't really give a shit.
No. I'm surprised I haven't caught one yet. Because I don't know how many times we've been out fishing.
And I've caught them out here just not trying.
Without trying.
But they're the only thing I've caught in here with bullheads, and there's supposed to be some channel catfish in here, and but there are 3 different species of bullheads. There's yellow, white, black, or it's brown. Pretty cool. I just like catching fish. I don't give a shit what it is.
Right.
Well, like I said, like I was out there earlier casting, and I saw a fish. Couldn't tell what it was. It was over a foot long. And it was just in the weeds, and when it finally went after the worm, I saw what it was. It was a pickerel, chain pickerel, or whatever type of pickerel. Didn't take the hook, but it's just I like sight fishing. I like seeing the fish and trying to get them to bite. We still need more rain. It's supposed to rain tonight or today at some point, but I don't know what the radar looks like.
Yeah, there was a whole system kind of coming right at us a little
Just
bit.
crossing right across the state.
Right across. Florida.
I hope everybody here has fared well with all the nasty weather that's been going on.
Yeah, it's
been crazy.
not been good.
Prayers to all those people that were affected by it. I'm just tired of hearing about.
It just seems all the time.
Yes.
Now. All the time.
It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Not at all. And,
Well,
and honestly, since the hurricane, it seems like it's just been nonstop.
Somebody's getting their ass kicked.
Yes.
Ah. Counter most is Gator dental work effect. It's less dental work and more like piercing work, or unpiercing.
Unpiercing.
I removed some hooks from a few gators. Well, lures, big ass chatterbaits.
Chatterbait, both times both on the same
The
side.
second one was a chatterbait.
I think it was. I thought it was.
Might have been at one time, maybe, because
Yeah.
I don't think it had like that skirt on it. Christy, how are you? Good to see you. Howdy, Roger.
Roger Blair. Just getting in the chat now.
Have you all seen any gators lately?
There's a little one out back that I catch a glimpse of
Yeah.
in the evening usually.
I mean, they're common. It's just,
We drive over the little bridge going towards Umatilla,
and we
and
count them as we
you
go
can
by.
count them in this little.
Where we are, you go down to the, about 300 yards along the shoreline, and there's a canal that goes through to this trout. It's called Trout Lake. But in that canal and in the beginning of Trout Lake, they just congregate there. So we drive by and we're like, I saw 4. I saw 3.
I'm counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're coming back, and you see one on the other side.
Katrina, welcome. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I still ain't getting in the water with them now.
Oh no. No. Absolutely not. Well, they just excuse me, they just shut down Juniper Springs.
Yes. Juniper
State
Springs
Park.
that's the one up here, right?
That's the one
Yeah.
that we want to. I keep talking about wanting to kayak. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't want to kayak it anymore.
Not right
They
now.
closed it down because there's a male 13 to 14 foot gator that has had contact with humans in the sense of like probably bumped their kayak.
He's going towards them. He's not going from them.
It's not it's a nuisance gator. They just did that yesterday. No, like just a couple days ago.
I want to say maybe Sunday or Monday. They shut it down.
Either they'll relocate it or they'll kill it.
And the trails, in that park, there's a couple trails that go down by the water, and they've closed off the trails too.
Walkways.
So there's not a lot you can do over there at Juniper Springs right now because of that gator.
And that's the one with the
the run.
Yeah. Okay, because in that spring, in that waterway, it's shallow and it's crystal clear.
Oh, it's beautiful back there.
But there's also supposedly a lot of possible artifacts like
arrowheads and
but also like the megalodon teeth, shark
teeth.
People find a lot of stuff up there, but I think they go up and they sift, and I don't, although it's that clear that you could see it.
It's that clear. If something surfaced, you would definitely see it. It's absolutely that clear. It's beautiful back there, and I've always wanted to go back there, but not during mating season.
Charlie, what's going on? Howling Underdog Films. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I don't want to go back there during mating season.
Oh no. Jared says, everyone keep Colton in your thoughts and prayers. He is CRJ and Harold's son. He is sick with fluid around his lung cavity.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
Definitely. Keep them in our prayers.
Prayers, Colton.
WTF Mike wants to know how'd your ribs come out.
They were good. They were tasty.
They were. They were.
I it's not the way I normally would cook them. I cooked them in the oven because I didn't have a lot of time. But they were good. How did your pork loin come out? Roger says, "Be right back. Something has the dogs stirred up. Probably a cat." All right, you guys know how it works. I got the link in chat. Anybody wants to come hang out, click on that link. Try not to leave you backstage for too long.
Right.
Can't promise anything now. You never know. Yeah. And still we have this friggin' heat wave going on.
Oh my God. If this is any indication of what's going on this summer.
So WTF Mike, when it snowed up by you said you just got snow the other day. How much you get? Because when you were barbecuing today, it looked pretty nice out.
They were calling for snow. Wait till.
And Sharon, thank you for putting that up.
Right.
Do.
He said our pork loin came out absolutely amazing. I'm definitely doing that again.
Right on.
That's cool.
I know. I just did a pork loin not that long ago. Remember those bourbon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the hell did I cook them? I seared it and baked it.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot.
And they were wonderful.
But that was like the most tender pork loin I
they
ever
were
had.
wonderful.
She's being nice. She's saying wonderful, but she wants to say fucking wonderful.
Yeah. They were.
Sharon said she went to Home Depot today, got a 40-volt weed eater. I don't even want to use it. Too hot.
It is.
Now, does that have the line, like the thick orange shit or whatever color it is? Or does it have like blades on it? Or because yours I have so jury rigged. Like
I know.
I literally just like feed one piece of line through. I tie a knot on this side and tie a knot on that side and tighten it up, and it's it's just it doesn't it'll cut once as far as like the length, and then it's just like every time I have to, if I can't just hit it against the ground and the line pops out, I gotta like redo it.
Yeah. I can't even use that one. It's so big and heavy, bulky. I can't balance myself
LIB, what's up?
with it. What it do? Miss Sandra.
And I just
It's
cut
good
the
to
lawn
see
the
you.
other day, and it's got to be cut again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
I was saying hi to Miss Sandra. Sandra Piper. Good to see you.
Where are we at? 1 minute in. I'll wait a little bit. So I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about it now.
See, Sharon, that's what I want. That's what I keep saying. I want to get one of those Roby weed eaters. I can use that for sure. That's cool. Sorry.
No, that's cool. Just reading it. I appreciate tools.
I've been looking at the weed eater blower kit, the combo. Roby.
So I don't know who caught it at the end of the show on Tuesday night, but a week from today, our Thursday night show on the 29th, like I said the other night, we did the math, I figured it out, we discussed it, and that's going to be our 500th show. So,
Can you believe that?
no, can't believe I've done 500 fucking shows.
Right?
That's crazy.
It is.
So we're gonna, expect you guys to be there and join us. I'm
We
gonna
would
try
love
to
for you to be
figure
there.
out. Gonna try to figure out some sort of giveaway. Something a little better than just a bandana.
Yeah. We'll figure something out. But so there'll be a giveaway. We just don't know what we're giving away yet.
Yeah. So just to say thank you to you guys, because a lot of you have been there for many of those
Forever.
500 shows.
For a long time.
Yeah. That's a lot of hours.
It is.
I just, I thought about it the other day. I was like, shit, how many hours have I done live? Like, that's
Jeez.
nuts.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. And yeah, just trying to figure out, well, what do we keep going on like this? Do we, I don't know, start changing things up a little bit? I'm not sure.
Do some different stuff, I think. And still do this. And...
Christy says, what's wrong with bandanas? They're not used. The colors might be different, but yeah, I'm not sure what I have left.
Actually, they're pretty. The colors.
No, I have more than just those.
I know. You said that tonight. I was like, oh, I thought those were all of them.
No. When we went to Alabama, I had put some bandanas in my backpack, brand new. Somehow it got wet, and the colors bled into one another, so it's almost like a tie-dye effect, but just like a bad tie-dye. It wasn't pretty.
It was unintentional, for sure. Michael, hey, what's it? WTF Mike is getting us all 75% off at Aldi for the 500.
Too funny. Eyes in the Woods, what's up? Yeah, so yeah, next Thursday will be the 500th show. The 29th. I mean, we figured it out. 2 got taken down, or at least 1 got taken down. I think 2 got taken down.
I think only the one.
One I took
it's possible
down.
2.
Trying to be as accurate as possible. Yeah, what was it? 2 weeks ago was our 5th year.
Yes. The 15th.
The 5th year for the channel.
15th of May, I think.
There, yeah, something like that. Because I went back and I was like, wait, it was my first show. So that was 5 years, and now 500 shows. So, woohoo!
100 shows a year.
RB says, when is the 500? It's Thursday.
Next Thursday.
So today is basically 498. like I number my shows.
Right. I know, right? Now would be a good time to go back and do that.
Yeah, they wouldn't be exactly in that order, but
No,
okay,
but close enough.
I got lazy. I apologize to you guys with my channel. I used to put in who was on that night and whatever, and with guests, so and so. And I just got behind, and now I'm years behind, and it would take a year to catch up. Literally years behind.
Mike says, I think you should have have on experiencers scheduled occasionally because most people are probably nervous on the spot. Just a thought. I used to do that. I used to have people scheduled that come on, and it gets to be hectic and frustrating, and that's not what this is supposed to be about.
The whole organic deal, you feel all of a sudden, hey, I want to go on. Come on.
And I get what you're saying, Mike. I do get that, but
no, because then you just get you and me babbling away, and
Yeah. Right.
Man, that's not terrible.
It's
but
not, and
it kind of get
but you've done
monotonous
it.
at times.
You've done it.
No, somebody always pops on. I think maybe once somebody didn't pop on, and
Oh, it's been
I
a few
cried
times.
after that one.
No, you did not. Eisenwood wants to know what's the weirdest thing you've encountered while hosting this.
Oh, jeez.
There's been a lot that's happened on the show over the years.
Well, people trying to perpetrate a hoax right on the show.
Yeah, stuff like that was. It's been a lot. It's been so much.
You know, we've seen people come and go.
Oh, a lot. And we see
People who shouldn't have been there to begin with.
Right, probably right. But we've made family. A lot of family
Yeah,
from this show. You know?
because there are people in here that I could just be like, "Hey, dude, I'm coming over. I'll be I'll be in your neck of the woods. Can we hang out? You want to hang out?" Or and they'd be
Right.
like, "Fuck yeah." Say, "Hey, Sharon, what's for dinner?" And as they're going by, "What's up, Danny?"
Like playing with fire.
That was a little odd, but
Right. Well, I think
Miss Still's ass. That was interesting.
a 7-year-old popping on. I can't get over that.
Oh yeah. Recently, a 7-year-old came on.
That could have ran the
girl,
show.
Yeah. We've had some interesting guests, absolutely.
Across the board.
I'm trying to think who else. LIB says, "Yeah, I'm waiting for you to come back north." You know what? I was thinking about that last night. I wouldn't mind going out surprising my sister. She don't watch this often, so I'm not worried about her hearing it now. Excuse me, I got to tickle my throat.
I don't mind going
She
back.
says lasagna. Well, we've had the lasagna. What else we got?
Don't say we. Okay.
She ate too.
We have not had the lasagna.
Lasagna was awesome. Yeah, that was heavenly.
See, and I think I can't wait just to give her a hug. You know, that's what I look forward to.
The Banjo Man and WTF Mike incident.
Banjo Man.
The Banjo Man.
I'm not sure.
Still trying to there's been so many people. So many people that would just stop in for one show. Connor sent me.
Yeah.
You'd never see him again.
And a couple we did.
A few. But
Yeah.
they were doing their thing, and that was I know there's a few that were cringeworthy. I'm just sorry.
There was some
interesting
people.
Yeah.
But for the most part.
Your experiences on the Mogollon Rim were something. Well, I didn't have any experiences.
Yeah.
This one.
I didn't consider that as being on the show though.
No.
Yeah, we did after. So
Well, sure, yeah. But
who's ignoring you?
I
He said he's oh, is he backstage?
oh, told you. But look, in my defense,
It is.
it's black.
Yes.
Don't believe me here. Keep it low. But You see how it blends in? My whole thing is black. Everything is black. That's him. It's hard to see him.
Yep. Not like you
So
can see
there.
him waving or.
Well, it's a legitimate excuse.
I know.
I'm still leaving him back there. What's up, Mike?
Here's what I wrote, hey Jagoff, I'm over here now. And then I
Yeah,
said,
he did.
Private chat.
He said, "I ignore me too."
me too. Yeah. I try to have fun in there in case you finally see it. So
Too funny. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. Hanging in there.
You don't sound convinced.
Yeah, right.
You know how that goes. Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
Jay Fritz.
Yeah, when you don't want to dive into all your problems. Yeah, I'm good.
Jay said you should be. Where did it go? You should be proud of the other shows you help people to start.
Yeah.
There's been a few of them,
Oh, there's been quite a few.
but that's cool. You know,
Exactly, and you've been known for that. People get their
It's-
start here, and
yeah.
they want to do bigger and better things, and that's cool as
no,
shit.
many people have said they've been inspired or whatever. Just they felt more comfortable doing it since hanging out here and seeing it doesn't have to be this stressful situation.
No.
And, you know,
Well, it's not the most common mold when it comes to the community of Bigfoot. You know,
Well, that's
most.
just it.
and I've heard you say this before, Charlie. He says Mo's inspired me to start mine,
Wow,
Mhm.
that's cool.
and thank you. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good place for people to get comfortable, to get used to it, to find if they even enjoy doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
You know,
but it's to get creative. You can there's so many things you can do here
Eyes in the Woods said,
in
Jay,
this situation. Like what you do with it is up
Sorry.
to you. No, go ahead. You were in the woods.
said Jay, Eyes in the Woods said, Jay, you should be proud too. I'll never forget when you shared about your experiences in Kentucky or on that experience on the rim. You know, that's how we met Jay.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think here was the second place he told the show
Yeah.
his story.
Well,
That-
I saw him tell his story, and I was like, oh, we got to get him over here. You know? I mean, it was the emotion, and it still is from his experience
Mhm.
that initially got me. And I'm glad our paths crossed.
number 44. What
44.
wasn't two?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah, I gotta get together with you because for the 500 show giveaway, I got a good amount of stuff that I got some ideas I could chip in or whatever. We can make it.
Right on.
Make it like a care package type of thing, or
Well,
I mean-
that's cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
we'll talk about. I'll go over a few things
Absolutely.
I have ideas about, and then we'll go from there.
Right on. I was just gonna go, something simple. Cash.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll talk. Thank you.
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
depends.
how are ya?
I guess it depends if it's like a people who go out in the field or people who don't. So maybe we could do a couple different things. It's up to you. Like I said, I'll talk to you offline, and you let me know what's a good idea and what's not.
That's cool, Mike. Thank
Sounds good, man.
you. I know, right?
Because I'm like, just before we came on, we're like, well, what can we do for a giveaway? I mean, I mentioned it the other day, and
We
I was
did,
like,
and I think
yeah.
we didn't think on it after
No, I was like, well, it's a week away. I got time.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have like night vision goggles that I could probably. They're really easy to use too, like very user friendly. Like, whatever. Well, like I said, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, man.
Right, Carol? Good to see you.
Somebody gets a free atomic wedgie from Michael Haywood.
Carol said LIB brought me to you guys. I remember.
Who said that?
Carol,
Oh yeah,
Midwest.
I do.
Let me turn my TV off.
Mike has brought a few people that have.
Charlie said there's been some really cool adventures since then. It's helped so much with finding more enjoyment out of life. Right on, man.
That's awesome.
Well, because you find the enjoyment and you film it or whatever, and you want to share it, and that's what's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like what he's talking about.
Well, there's
That's
always there's always these places where it's always somebody talking at you and telling you what they know and what it should be and what it is, and it's kind of their way or the highway. Or you get these other places where they have people on and they tell their encounter, and then maybe you get a few minutes of questions in or whatever. But I mean, how many times have we done, you've done this where you've just left it wide open to whatever it will be. And like sometimes it's fishing, and so, I mean, we've had times where people have had questions from me, and like Ben, maybe like he'll pop on and sit with me and ask me a bunch of questions, and then like stuff like that. So it gives it that more like organic, or yeah, it's very organic. Yeah.
And it's always been that way, and that's the way I wanted it. I didn't want to. I think I tried writing shit down once, like shit I wanted to talk about, and it just it didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, nope, not doing that again.
I mean, there's been shows where we've had 8 different subjects in one show.
But yeah, it's like every other
It
show.
all comes-
Yeah, well, we don't. Somebody could fart and start talking about that.
You know.
Squirrel.
Michael Haywood said a variety show of sorts.
Sorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Within the Bigfoot community,
Right.
we can easily talk about that. Doesn't
And other paranormal and
absolutely.
anything, really. Yeah, I was shocked
Yeah,
that
well,
that
yeah,
show
so-
was about religion.
I was
You know?
watching. I was watching. I don't normally watch this show, but I was watching Steve Culls last night, and I was listening to him. And apparently, he was born in Jersey, in Bergen County. And I'm like, I'm in chat going, where in Bergen County? He never answered, but
No.
because I was born in Bergen County, and there's only a few hospitals you have to choose from, so I was curious.
Yeah.
They were talking about.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, no. I'll leave no comment on this one. But yeah.
No, it was just it was interesting to me.
Subject.
The whole subject, the whole show was about cryptids in New Jersey, and they put up this map with a couple red dots on it, pins, and I'm not paying attention. And I'm showing her, and I'm like, yeah, I used to live right here.
And it was
she
smack dab in the middle of 2 the pins where there was.
Right smack dab in the middle. There was
Yeah.
a pin here up by Walpack, and there was a pin down here by Oakland, and I was right in the middle. And I've lived in Oakland. There's just it was interesting. I used to romp
two
all
known
over that
encounters
place.
that were pinned, and he's smack dab in the middle of it.
And then over by Walpack, we used to hunt there and camp, and it was just I'm like, I know all these places, like
Yeah,
intimately.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's another misunderstood area in New Jersey. Like it's just people don't realize how much.
Most people go directly to the Pine Barrens. When you think
Right,
of Jersey,
right.
they think Pine Barrens, but northern New
Yeah.
Jersey is wooded as fuck.
It's very wooded, yeah, and it butts up against a lot of northern New York and a lot of western,
you have-
eastern Pennsylvania.
It's more mountainous there too.
Yeah,
Like,
big
they're
time.
mountains. They're not the
Yes.
Rockies, but
No, but you can go, yeah, but even exit 15 on the thruway is where Jersey starts as far as from the New York side, and it's very mountainous even right there, and that's like Mawa and all that, that area, over by Fort Lee and all that stuff. I think Fort Lee Road is, exit, is it Route 4 maybe?
Well, yeah, there is. When you come over the George Washington Bridge, if you're coming from the New York side, you're in Fort Lee, and you have an option to go. Actually, I think it's just Route 4 right there, and that'll take you down the hill. You'll go through Leonia.
Well, yeah, it either turns. I think I take 17 away from Fort Lee. I take 17 to get back towards the thruway or whatever.
If you went all the way out Route 4 and jumped on 17 in Paramus, you can take it all the way back up to Mawa, up that way up by Oakland or Mawa.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I just want to say, hey, Alex, it's good to see you. I hope you're.
Alex, what's up, buddy?
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry I missed him.
I just saw him pop down.
Glad to hear, man. Hope you're doing well.
Right. Get in touch.
Jay Fritz is 500. Jeez. I kind of feel like Moses now. Come on. Moses isn't that old.
Yeah, but when you talk about
well, I just posted her channel. She put up a couple videos on her channel, and
right on.
Yeah, those Pine Barrens. That topic always makes me laugh because, like, people say there's, there aren't cryptids here where I'm at, but there's cryptids there in New Jersey in those Pine Barrens. But what they fail to realize is it's the same exact Pine Barrens. They've just separated. Even Cape Cod has the same Pine Barrens too. You know what I'm saying? It's just it happens to be that the biggest area of them still is in Jersey.
Yeah, I never looked into that.
Yeah, like
the same. I mean, it'd be the same type of terrain and trees and stuff, but
no, they were all connected at once. Yeah, they were all connected at once. The Central Barrens and then the ones in Jersey and the ones in Cape Cod. But then it all spread apart at some given time.
Let me put this link in chat.
I don't think people know what they're getting into when they go to a Pine Barren. I mean, it's called Barrens for a reason. It is a wasteland. Like, it's technically a desert. I mean, it's hot. It's nasty. Like, it's, it's not.
Well, it's funny you said that because the woods where I grew up in Point Pleasant down the shore, I live next to this big section of woods, and technically it would be the same, like the northeastern part of the Pine Barrens. It was connected to at one point. And that's that section of woods. As kids and even the adults, we called it the Red Desert.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but there are some sections of the Pine Barrens in Central and South Jersey that you go 10 feet in, you're lost. It's so thick.
Everything looks the same. Yeah, the guys came. I had a couple of guys come from Ohio about a week ago, maybe a little more, and they were spinning in circles, they were like, oh, which way do we come in? And it was this one location. I'm like, don't go too deep in any direction without, like leaving a marker or whatever the case is, hang a glow stick. If you go away from me for like, even more than a mile, like hang a glow stick or something, so you can, kind of keep doing that. So, yeah. But yeah, it looks very similar. Yeah. And
David, what's
yeah, it's
up?
wild.
MLC. Hope the missus is doing well. Better. Been praying. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
It's like Tourette's.
I gotta
Sorry.
spit it out before it dies of loneliness, or
Right.
you know.
No, I'd rather be cut off and you say hi to people. I can't stand. Like I go into some places in the comments and like I see people like, oh my God, I love you so much. No. And like praise up and down and left and right, and they know everything about them, and I mean, literally like giving their everything to them in a comment, and then I'll look back and it'll be over and over and over and over and over in every comment for God knows how long, and this person makes all they do is make 5-second videos, and they never respond to anybody, not once. You know what I mean? And it makes me look back, and I think to myself, well, what makes you get so attached to them when they ignore you? You know, like
Right.
I can't grasp my head around it.
Comes a challenge. I'm gonna make them.
You're gonna recognize me.
Yeah.
I think I was just talking to somebody about this at actually I was in Big and Tall Men because I had to buy some dress pants and I couldn't find them size that fit me, and I had gained some weight, whatever, so I was like looking for something and I
There's
couldn't
nothing
find them.
invisible in it.
Yeah, right. But this woman was like, oh, I'm like, do you have veteran discount or anything by any chance? Because like it was expensive stuff. And she's like, oh, we do, but you have to go online. And I think we have a way you can, I think we have the paper I could show you. Right. So everything's online now, right? And I'm like, and when I was joking about it, I said, sometimes you walk up to people in the stores and all they do is point you at a machine. And you got to do everything yourself. Kiosk, I experienced it with you when I was down with you guys. I was like, Stevie, where do I order a sandwich? She's like, right here. I'm like, why can't I just tell the guy right there? She's like, no, you don't do that. I'm like, why can't I just tell the guy right here that she's,
Not how it works.
Yeah. So,
even
but
McDonald's
anyway,
has those kiosks where you can just stand there and punch it all out. And
Yeah.
We go to Walmart.
Everywhere.
I'm like, is there a cashier available? I don't fucking work here.
Right.
Why do I have to check out myself?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. They're saving money. Saving money. I think I said it to Stevie too in the airport. We walked up to somebody at a counter and they shoot us away. Go over there and do the kiosk. Go over there and check in. I'm talking to you. We just waited in line to get to you. Why are you sending me back where I came from? Well, if you want to make your plane, you'll do what I tell you to do. Okay.
Damn.
But anyway, yeah. So I forget where I was going with that. Oh, so I was saying,
show?
That one, just one. That was my daughter's wedding.
Come on, you haven't seen every fucking show.
I okay.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I haven't seen. Well, yeah, I guess I have.
Would you?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've
There's
heard that
a
before.
lot.
Matter of fact, I think Mr. Lee is the same. That he missed one. He's been here the whole time. I've been here the whole time. I was there when you did your first live.
How long? All the way back to the.
I remember I said I didn't come to the chat right away, but I was there watching every one of them. It took me a minute to jump in, and when I did it under my real name.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. 500 shows. It's like, I mean, every year, it was going 100, 200, 300. Holy shit.
Jay said he went back and watched all your shows.
Who?
Jay, different.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, I mean, I have people that.
I can't speak for her.
I don't
but
think
guess
about
he
it
has
once
seen
they're
them.
done. I mean, I'll go back, check comments, comment,
Wow.
you know, and
He'll
but
play something, and I'm like, I don't want to hear myself.
I'll sit there and watch an episode like I don't know what's happening.
Well-
Like I'll watch something and go, oh yeah, I remember that. I think.
on the nights that I've not felt good and weren't part of the show, I wake up and watch the little bits that I missed. You know.
Yeah, I gotta change some things around. I want to put up a new banner, I gotta change the videos around where they come up.
Yes.
I haven't done anything with the channel.
Yeah, maybe a little intro would be cool.
Yeah, no intro videos, maybe outro. I don't know.
I mean, I
hate
can
to
make you. I can make you an intro
I
video,
watched
and
the whole show the other day, 5 years ago.
Yeah, I can make-
Well, that's what she
just
was
went
saying.
5 years. Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
can make you an intro video easy. But you know, it's I mean, it's up to you, really. All
I
you
got
do
away
is
from all that. Like when I first
Yeah, me
started the
too.
show, when I was doing the pre-recorded stuff, you know, I did a lot of editing, and then I got away from the editing. I was like, I want to do lives, so I don't have to edit anymore.
Right.
I agree. I couldn't
I've
agree more.
edited shit. So I've kind of
Couldn't agree
forgotten.
more. Yeah, I don't like editing either. I mean, I'm still not good at it. I mean, it's what it is.
Sharon says 475 at least. She's seen. Well, that's cool. And what I
Yeah,
always
this might be-
always appreciated about the way we do it is you don't have to sit there and watch it. You can hold on, let me get some people up here. What's up, David?
Hey, David.
How's it going?
How long
howdy,
are you
howdy.
sitting back there?
Everybody doing all
Jim,
right?
you got to connect your microphone before I can bring you up. And your camera.
Everything good?
I see Jim back there, but he's not. Maybe he bounced
Oh,
out.
he
I don't know.
probably muted himself in case you surprised him.
There he is.
There he is. Hey, Jim.
What's up, guys?
LIB, you called it right on the nose. I was typing a message backstage and forgot to turn the mic on,
I get to babbling and you know.
just in case.
How you doing, David?
I'm all right. Everything's going good. Got my wife lined up for some new doctors and all. And she went
Right
and
on.
had her EKG. Everything turned out good on that. So she's got 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow. I took her yesterday to the doctor. I went today to the doctor. And so all we doing, doctor?
Well,
One after another.
do what you got to do, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm lining her up with a kidney doctor, a lung doctor, and a kidney, lung, and something with a real heart doctor. Heart doctor. Somebody smacking around on their microphone.
Hopefully they can get it straight, and you know, the doctor's appointments become less and less. You know.
Right.
Yeah, be good if we didn't have to go to a doctor for a while.
I forgot, Jay. I don't remember that.
I read that. It's funny.
Mm-mm-mm.
Howling Underdog says, I don't mind editing. I've gotten to the point. I kind of like it. I get in the zone, start getting it done. It makes me feel good. And when I can get to see everything start taking shape and coming together. No, I just don't do it. But the editing process is the whole creative process.
Yes, it is.
You know, you take everything that you filmed and everything you've done, and now you're ready to present it. How do
See
you
it
do
all
that?
coming together,
And
and
so, you know,
Yeah.
that's where you take your vision and you make it
well, like
happen.
you said, it's a
That's cool.
creative process.
Yes.
I don't know. If it all worthwhile. When you come see it coming together, have the final.
What about you, Jim? Do you do any editing?
I usually edit the first few seconds while I'm aiming the camera, and the last few seconds while I'm trying to turn everything off. And other than
I
that,
don't know nothing about it.
what you see is exactly what I did with the camera.
Yeah. I mean, there were
Yeah,
times
yeah.
I had to edit a show here and there for something was said. I've done that maybe 2 or 3 times where I was like, I got to take that out.
There's been a couple of times I had to piece a couple of different, clips together to get the final video. But most of the time, I just hold the camera down by my side and walk.
You was asking me about the storm the other day. That thing missed us completely, but I was looking around on the internet and it done a lot of damage around here close to us, but it missed us. I mean, all we got
Wherever the storms hit, did they get
wind and rain.
bad damage?
We've got wind and rain. They showed
What's
just
up, Donald?
above us in Florence. They showed where they had a funnel cloud come over and then a small tornado. The marina got hit. Downtown Florence got hit with a lot of golf ball sized hail. So I think once it moved a little bit east, it started tennis ball sized hail. Done a lot of damage.
Sparky says, "What the holy fucking tails in a swamp rat a-hole frog's freaking hair is going on here?" Oh, and hey, y'all. What's up, Sparky?
Man,
I know I read that all out of cadence, but I really don't.
that live bay, how's it going up your way?
Good, I guess. Yeah. I don't want to bring too much negative out, but yeah, my grandma's going through it, so we're just kind of waiting on her to saying our goodbyes and whatnot.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is what it is. She's lived her full life, and kind of look at it from a positive outlook. Most of the people in my life, that have been taken, I've been taken like in a flash, and so I've never really done this part where you get to, you get that time with them before they go. So it's a little odd. But yeah.
But it's good, to have that time.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to compare.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I hate to compare like my dog right now, but like that was tough, Like when I went to put him down and stuff, like it just I don't know which way is better, one way or another. You're letting go of somebody you love, So it's I think there's you got to look at the pros more than the cons of either situation you're given, But
if you want to talk, hit me up because I just went through it. I'm still going through it.
But you had the opportunity to spend time with them, and I did that with my dad.
Yes.
You knew it was coming,
for that.
and I got a little bit of time with my mother, just a day or two before she passed.
It's never enough time.
And she wasn't coherent, but I'm saying is I was there when she passed.
Yeah. So I'm
it's
about
not
to
easy.
change the subject.
Right ahead.
Mike, LIB, have you heard of the new facility that they're building out in California for veterans?
no, what is it?
So it's called the National Center for Warrior Independence. They're building by 2028. They'll have it's like a city for veterans, basically. 6,000. It'll be built for 6,000 homeless veterans and their families, and it's designed around creating a life for those veterans and helping them thrive. So they're offering housing, they're offering support services like case management, counseling. It's independent living. There's so many access. There's so much access to resources that they're providing for veterans with this facility, and it's the initial test version of then, if that's successful, building one up on the East Coast. So yeah, it's
cool.
you gotta look into it. It's really cool.
They've done that on a small scale, like different organizations have done it on a small scale here, and like taken, like built like small like community living centers, and then had to be all veteran based, but it wasn't funded far enough. So when Sandy came and then COVID came, and it just like there was these down flops in funding. So
well, check this out. Where they're getting the funding from this is they're revoking all the money that was sent for the immigration services, those protected cities. I'm losing sanctuary cities. Yes, so the money is going directly from that to this program. So
as long as it's government, it'll last. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's really good to hear.
So it's not just housing, but it's healthcare. It's
they got
everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't imagine. I mean, I'll look into it more. I'm sure.
I'm a little excited for it. Sorry, I know I kind of.
No, that's really cool. That's great.
Conversation.
It's good to hear those kinds of things. Like, gives you hope. You know.
Yeah.
They got to knock down that 22 a day. You know what I mean? It's only going up. Like, so there's got to be hope like that put out there.
Right now it's 24.
Yeah. Oh, it's up to 24. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to go up. I just I try not to look at the numbers, but that makes sense. Yeah.
So Trump signed that executive order for veterans.
That's awesome.
Moving forward.
That's awesome. Like a lot of veterans actually get helped by private groups that actually are just like local vets that
nonprofit
group.
Yep.
Yes, and I'm part of like 3, and those are the guys that help more than like the government stuff and the VA.
Oh, 100%.
VA sucks balls. Like 100%. VA sucks balls.
Yeah,
I refuse to go to VA at all.
Yeah, the organization that does service dogs is private, and when you think about these 501c3s, where does the money come from? It comes from us anyway. So right. It comes from the local, the people who live locally. So it shouldn't have to come out of their pockets, even though they want to do something good. They shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean?
It's all fundraisers
it's crazy.
And donations. That's all it is.
Exactly.
So all those.
Yep.
Yeah.
So on a smaller scale, there are a lot of new facilities opening. They're building one in East Tampa. They're calling it Veterans Village. So it's again at a local scale. They'll provide housing and services for.
Right on.
Right. There's a lot of the country.
Yeah, I got some of my family down in Tampa. I think they call it New Tampa. I'm sure New Tampa's old Tampa by now, but it was.
Never heard of New Tampa.
They just built a brand new VA clinic up here in Sheffield. Just a real nice building.
They built one a few years back here in Orlando. It's on the other side of the airport. It's the VA center, but it's when you come off the exit to enter that area, it says VA City. Yeah, Veterans Administration City. So it is. It's like going. It's absolutely going on to a military base, and it's just the veterans.
Yeah,
Administration.
yeah,
They have
that's how the
guarded
one I
gates.
go. Yeah, the one I go to is like that. There's like, hey, there's these psychiatric hospitals like that they used to have, and you know, some of them are well, Kings Park is a famous one for like paranormal activity and stuff and things like that. But this looks like RVA looks like the last standing one, and it's just this big grounds, and they have so much area on the outskirts that they don't use. But yeah, that's what it looks like. You're going into a military base.
Excuse me. No, it's definitely good to see that they're finally, you know, gonna put a bigger foot forward, you know, instead of
Right.
yeah, because everybody knows that going to the VA isn't a picnic, you know. It's
Hey,
there's a lot of bureaucracy.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Did y'all say Kennedy tell everybody that he had government people in Milwaukee helping them with getting the lead paint out of the schools up there, and then the officials got on TV and they said there's not.
Oh,
Is
that's odd. Say that again.
He took away the CDC is being torn apart, so they can't get up there. So I don't know. It's a mess, but they caught Kennedy lying about it.
Oh,
I don't know anything about it.
yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, it's a mess.
But I don't listen to. I don't watch the news. I don't. You know.
yeah, I don't know.
Keep up with it now and again.
Yeah. When people talk to me about politics, they're like, "Are you left or right?" I'm like, "I'm over here. I don't know what's going on."
I just thought I'd bring that up. I don't want to get into politics either, but
Honestly, when we're talking about the VA, politics should never be in the discussion at all. It's
not at
VA
all.
benefits when they go. The problem is when VAs go or veterans go to the VA, there's a lot of issues. So a lot of us have PTSD. A lot of us have issues, and when you get on that site, they treat you like you're a private, and so you are run through the ringer. You go from like literally every doctor goes from I know you already took all these drugs, but I'm gonna put you on these drugs anyways.
Yeah.
They step you through all that. Like the VA sucks. I'm sorry, it just sucks.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
He's not
Well,
lying.
you can reach out to me if you want, bro. I've been through this. I've been through that ringer for a long time, and it's sad. But
Sparky Mike's actually a big help with the VA. He really
okay,
is.
yeah, you know, yeah, like
I'm really lucky. So I'm really lucky. I've never had to go through the VA. I have really good health care because my wife has an amazing fucking job. So I've never had to go through that. But I have to help my friends go through it. And I have a lot of friends, that have to go through it.
Yeah, no, I go up there all the time. Like I've been in that shit for a long time. But like there's a lot of stuff you leave on the table by not going. You know what I mean? Like you deserve to get what they got up there. And while a lot of it is a shit show, like you start to learn how to navigate through it all. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's like me with my job. I don't utilize the veterans benefits for that at all. I mean, at this point in my life, I could see using it later on down the road after I retire, but it doesn't benefit me to do anything with the VA at this point.
Exactly.
While I'm still working.
Like I held on to my home loan until we got to the point where we're gonna buy our big house. Like our marriage went through like 15 years or 10 years, and then we're gonna buy our big house, and that's when I used my VA loan.
yeah, no, that's smart.
Right.
Now
That's
I'm gonna
smart.
use that.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Yeah, I haven't used mine yet either. Yeah. Yeah,
I never used
that's a
one.
wise decision.
No, at least it's there to use. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a shout offline, bro, and I'll talk and see kind of where you're at if you want.
What else is going on? Anybody?
I have a cool video.
We got a near miss with an asteroid, the fourth one of the month. It was 75 foot in diameter. Is
I
that
have a cool
changing
thing
the
on
subject
Bigfoot.
enough, Mom?
They're getting lower and lower, man. I've seen some bullet through the sky, and I was like, I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
That's why somebody I saw in chat on somebody else's show said, "Did anybody see something in the western sky?"
I remember that.
Yes,
I do.
I know you were there.
Yes.
I was like,
Oh,
"What are you
And
talking about?"
we both were like, what? What is that
there
all about?
was a Chinese rocket that dumped some fuel in the higher atmosphere that caused some type of white streak in the sky.
Okay.
I didn't get the exact details. That was the highlights, though.
Now I know. Yeah, we're just if we got hit by a meteorite, no one know it. It would just instantly wipe out everybody.
By the time you realize
Yeah.
that you're already
It'd be
gone.
too late. It would be like, fuck.
If that.
That's about it.
If something like that
I'd
happens,
be like,
if something like that happens, I want to be at ground zero. I want to be right where the main event happens.
yeah, you don't want to
over and
see it
done
coming, huh?
You know, I was looking at the water thing about the fishing. All over the state of Alabama, they have it wrote down that you can fish, but do not eat anything you catch. If you do, keep it in moderation. There is mercury in every stream in Alabama. I mean,
Wow.
it's unreal what they wrote up in there. You can't eat fish from this county, these creeks, this river, all this. I mean, all the way through. It was just about every town in Alabama that's got a waterway running through it that everybody fishes at said, do not eat this fish.
That's a shame. I mean, I know that in Arizona.
Alabama Power is the biggest user of coal, and every time you get stopped by a train in Sheffield or Muscle Shoals, it's like 100, 150 coal cars, one right after another, and shipping that coal down to Alabama Power. And they're the ones that polluting the streams.
If you're anywhere where they actually had a gold rush, that's when you have to look for mercury, because mercury actually comes down from
because
the
they
gold
use
rush days.
the mercury to separate the coals.
Yeah, they said all this was caused by the coal burning companies. That's what they there. So Alabama Power is the biggest user of coal. TVA got rid of their steam plants, and now they're all hydroelectric completely, what they were supposed to have been doing anyway. But in the old days, they were still running steam plants and everything. But they destroyed the last steam plant for TVA here not long ago.
Coal companies do not use mercury, so we don't have to worry about that from coal companies.
No.
Usually
It's
from
from
mining
burning the
companies and
coal.
that sort of stuff.
It's from burning the coal, is what they said. Not the coal
How do you
company.
get mercury from burning coal? I don't understand.
You don't get mercury from burning coal; you get lye. So when you burn coal, when it burns down and water's added, you get lye. Lye is a very acid thing, so that could actually be a problem, but it will not give mercury at all.
No, I was just reading the write-up the other day, and it said it was all from the coal company, from the coal plant. Everybody that was burning the coal and everything, that the ones that was causing the mercury in the water. So I don't know. The government lies to you and everything else. So I guess they're lying on that.
That's weird.
I would stop reading that news report.
No. This was from the game office themselves. The game wardens was issuing all these warnings, telling everybody, do not eat these fish that you catch in these streams. And it gave a whole list of different cities, different counties, and everything. And it said high mercury levels. And
Unfortunately, it's very common.
at the end of it, they stated the mercury is coming from the coal being burnt. And that's exactly what the game warden said in there, you know. So I don't know.
Like California, they have a suggestion if you can only eat like 1 to 2 fish if you catch them like a week, because the gold rush, how much mercury they use to actually take off the gold off the rock in California.
And
But
that
that had
killed so
nothing
many
to do with
people.
anything else.
Yeah, I can understand that.
The mercury poison made him go crazy.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, you know, here in Alabama, you know, we never had but 1 or 2 gold rushes. You still go to some of these places and pan gold in certain places. But, you know, I was just wondering, because they was all pinpointing it down to the coal burners and everything, but they've been trying to get rid of them for the longest anyway. So I guess it's just another way of trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But
You got to check the motivation of the people who's giving you the
I had
information.
to look it up, and Sparky were wrong.
Oh, really?
Mercury is a byproduct of burning coal.
Well, it looks like they would gather it up and sell it because mercury is extremely expensive.
Okay, hold on. You cannot get mercury from burning coal. Coal is a natural from wood. You actually, for coal, it's actually a byproduct of natural resources that's condensed into a product of coal. If you burn that, you get carbon, but you can't get mercury. There might be like a little bit of maybe a tinsy, but there's no way it's going to affect anything.
It says it releases mercury into the atmosphere. It's a naturally occurring element, so apparently it occurs in the coal too.
Wow.
But it says it causes atmospheric mercury pollution globally.
Okay, so that's like saying when they said wax on apples it'll cause cancer, right? It will, but they didn't tell you have to eat 2 bins of apples to actually possibly get cancer. Why the apple orchard went crazy in like the 70s, 80s, because they were like, yes, it could happen. You cannot get mercury. I have burned coal for so long. I have never ever had mercury in my stove. Because mercury will not
work. It's atmospheric, dude. It evaporates. It burns off as a gas. It's going into the atmosphere as a gas.
No. Look up the actual vapor temperature of mercury. It's very fucking high.
hey, Sparky.
It's really high.
Sparky, I got one for you. How much heroin do you think's in the lettuce?
How much what?
Heroin. How much heroin do you think's in lettuce? Seriously.
Heroin?
1 part per billion. You would have to eat 1 billion heads of lettuce to get just a little bit of heroin.
Heroin's man-made, dude.
Well, it's not heroin.
It's derived from poppy plants, but
it's not heroin. It's a toxic that's like heroin, just like onions, mushrooms, everything else. But it's not heroin.
I was looking up some research on some stuff, and it come up that it's 1 part per billion for heroin in lettuce, and that's a long ways from anything. I mean, 1 part per billion. But I don't know. All these scientists get paid good money to research all this stuff, you know.
Doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
Dude,
and then
I knew a gal that got 20.
You got cyanide in apple seeds, and you got to eat so many apples and swallow so many seeds before it even affects you. I mean,
I know a gal that got 20.
They try to scare you is what they're doing. You know, hey, you can't swallow the seeds in there because they got cyanide in them. Well, heck, you got to look and see how many seeds it takes to really get the real potent dose of
Oh, yeah.
cyanide.
Apple seeds, apple pits. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, apple seed.
Wax on
Yeah.
apples, apple seeds.
I mean, it's all out there just to scare the public, really.
Nuts all have poison in them. Onions have poison in them. A lot of stuff have poison in them to make animals not want to eat them. But it takes so much, it's retarded. That's why I like a lot of
Well,
that
that's
stuff.
just like
I'm
they said the
Yeah,
campground.
yeah, but really?
I think the mercury is a little.
That's just
different.
like they said the cashew poisonous.
Yeah. So that's
They
why I
said
was
the
like,
cashew
mercury.
poisonous nut.
Mercury is a whole different thing.
I guarantee
Like
you what that is they're maybe they're trying to keep people from dumping their coals in the water. I don't know. You know, that's the only thing I could think of. It's like
I think it's a big cover up. I think it's
So-
actually a big cover up for 3M because 3M has poisoned our waterway with these chemicals that what they call them? They're eternal chemicals. They never go away. They used Town Creek over there and Leeton used that for a dumping ground, and it started seeping out into the soil. They found out that people were starting to get cancer at a higher rate in these towns. They tried to figure out why. They took soil samples and found out that 3M had a dumping ground there and was dumping these forever chemicals, and it was seeping into the soil. And every time you growed your batch of tomatoes or anything like that, it was going up into the vines, and it wound up. They got in a big lawsuit over that, but they also poisoned the Tennessee River with a bunch of chemicals and toxins. And I think that's just a real big cover up. Is why they're pointing towards the coal.
I have
What the
no
hell?
doubt that there's been a. Hold on. I have no doubt there's been toxic dumping that has affected. We have proof that's happened a lot. But what Mike is saying, which is true, if people don't know, like if they have a wood burning stove and they don't know how to take care of the ash, if they keep on dumping it or putting it in their waterway, so ash, if you don't know, ash actually put water into it turns into lye. Lye is a very high acidity. It will decompose bodies. Like I put a little bit of ash mixed with water and I clean all my oven and all that stuff from it because it's a better oven cleaner and a stove cleaner than anything you can buy. It's also good for getting down like weeds, all that kind of crap. If you don't know what you're doing,
they also put it in soil.
They do. They sell it. You can buy it, but it's really expensive. But people don't know how to do it, so they put it in their garbage. They put it in like their creek or whatever, and it starts getting a problem. So people have actually gone out, like government agencies, that was like, you can't do that. It's really like toxic to the environment. Not really, depending how you use it, if you know how to use it. So Mike's correct. There has been a promotion of people like government agencies trying to make sure you don't use your ash from your fireplace because people don't know how to use it.
Yeah, and I'd imagine at campgrounds too, like they only have like X amount of like those dump your coal here garbage cans, right? And I'm sure if people are, you know, sitting around the waterway, they just, you know, dump it in there because, you know, they goes out and then it's all said and done, right? Oh, if nobody, you know,
I bring
out
the
of
water
sight,
to the fire.
yeah, right.
Hence
But
one of the jobs of
integrity-
rangers is to go clean out the fire pits. They take all the ash,
Yeah.
they take it back, and they mix it with grass, and then they let it sit for like 2 days, and they mix it with water, and they use it for high fertilizer for other areas. So they don't get it into the water stream. They don't get it in the sewer because if you put it in the sewer, it kills all the bacteria that needs to eat all the stuff in the sewer. You know,
Well,
septic
that's a
tanks.
big can of worms.
What's that?
yeah, there's a lot of people.
Can of worms.
A lot of people have. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm fine. I was just kidding around. I said I opened up a big can of worms, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
And nobody said what percentage of the smoke is mercury. You know, how concentrated is it?
Yeah, but it's a different. It's not mercury like you're finding in the rivers in California from the gold rush. I mean,
No,
it's
Right.
the same element, but it's getting burned off into the atmosphere, coming down probably into the water. You know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That
so there-
that was the amount of mercury those assholes used was insane.
Yeah, and so there is proof that actually the redwoods actually have mercury in them because how much they use down there in California, the trees actually soak some of that up. So I get what you're saying, but that's not what you have to worry about, you know. Just like what's left in the streams because mercury is it's weird and it's heavy, it sinks, and so it's constantly just polluting all the streams. And so the fish are just picking it up. That's why down there, coastal Washington, they're like, you can only eat like 2 fish a day kind of thing. That's why. I mean, it's a problem because they used a lot.
I got one more thing for you. Mercury is what? One number off from being the same as gold, right? As far as the radioactive table or something other. And these people at CERN figured out that they could put mercury into the CERN and they could make gold out of it. Well, they tried it. And I forgot how much mercury they used, but they only come up with less than an ounce of gold. And they figured out it was going to cost more, millions more to do it than what it was going to be effective for. So they shut
It
that.
probably wasn't mercury. It was probably lead.
Because it was
Lead
lead.
and mercury, lead and gold are one molecule off. Like they're
Yes.
just that close to.
Yeah, but they did mercury in the CERN. But anyway, trying to turn it into gold.
So-
But
That was one problem when they were doing it, where you had an area that was high concentrated in lead coming out of the mountains. So they would use that and they would get lead and gold at the same time, and they would float the same. That's when the gold rush guys were like, we're going out of here because it was so hard to actually like remove the gold from the lead. It was crazy.
you know that the merchandise sellers, you know, the stores, they made more money than the gold rush people selling the supplies because they marked it way up. You might have to pay $100 for a shovel or a pick, and so they were making a heck of a lot more money than the gold rush people.
Oh,
They were walking blind. I mean, they was gouging prices.
they were being entrepreneurs because people needed it and they knew they were going to do anything to get it, to pay for it.
Company
they
store.
jacked the prices.
Exactly. I mean,
You can't say it was price gouging because there wasn't a market for it beforehand. They just, you know,
well, today
seriously,
it
I
would
mean,
be price gouging. Yeah, but today it would be counted price gouging. Back then, it was just a way of living. I did my first live show with a guest a while ago.
I saw that. Yeah.
Hey, have a good night.
Good night, Jay.
Good night,
So good
Jay.
job.
Had a little
Bye,
fun.
Jay.
Go ahead, David. I want to hear about this. You said something about doing a show a while ago.
Oh, I did. I said I did a show a little while ago with Tex. That's my first live show with a guest, so we had a little fun. We just talked about anything and everything. I'm gonna try to do some more later on.
You should.
Get my wife's health straightened out, and we're gonna try to do some traveling. Yeah, I was going to go down to Phil Campbell to the Gangsters Hideout this month, but she wound up sick on me, so that knocked me out of doing that. So maybe
no.
next time.
Another time.
There'll be other time. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what I told her. We got plenty planned out. We just got to get everything straightened out before we can do it. It just one thing right after another with us anyway.
Let me just address chat real quick. Gary, hang in there, brother. He's got your back. Don't worry. Sorry. Good. Continue.
It's supposed to start raining here Saturday and not quit till like Friday of next week.
Damn.
All except for Wednesday now. We got thunderstorms coming up Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then it skips Wednesday. And Wednesday's going to be our hottest day, and then it's going to start back scattered thunderstorms again up until Saturday. So,
Yeah, we haven't got much in rain, and it's not really calling for anytime soon.
Well,
We were supposed to get a thunderstorm coming through this evening. Nothing.
Monday we got a 25% chance. Then Tuesday 40. It goes up from there, but until then it's like 3%, 2%. But 93, 93, 94, 95, 96. It's been brutal out there. Need the rain.
Yeah, it went down this week. We got really lucky. It went down to no more than 70 during the day. Like that was the peak, midday, and then at night it's been back in the 50s. So, I don't
Mike,
know.
is it raining for you now?
Yeah, right now it's raining. Yeah, it's been raining all day. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Same here.
yeah. I'm hoping tomorrow morning I'm gonna try and get an early break on fishing and see if there's even if it's raining. Even if it's raining lightly, I'm still gonna give a go. But
Right on.
yeah, it's just a matter of like I know if I go on a charter boat, I'll hit something, but I don't really have the money for that right now. So like I don't know.
What do they get for a charter boat these days?
You're pushing about 75 a head.
And is that a party boat or a charter boat? Charter boat would be a private boat with you and your friends. Party boat is everybody else.
Party boat. Yeah, party boat. Yeah. It's like a giant charter boat. Yeah, like the ones I go on don't have it's like BYOB and stuff, but it's pretty quiet, but they do have other big party boats where like people go and like get wild and it's like
hey,
yeah.
speaking of boats, what y'all think about the Mexican Navy versus the Brooklyn Bridge?
Bridge
I
one.
don't know. I didn't even, I live
Bridge
right here
one.
and I didn't hear about it.
You didn't hear about that, Mike?
I heard about it. I heard about it online, like on like a show like this. I heard about it.
Yeah, big Mexican training vessel, big 3-master, whatever it was. How many masts? It was in the East River, and I guess it's East River there, and lost power, and it drifted right into the fucking Brooklyn Bridge, broke the masts off, and I think 2 or 3 people were killed.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there was people killed. Wow.
Yeah, there were several got bad injured in that too. The thing about it was that if you look at the size of that ship, the mast on it, there was no way he was going under it anyway. I mean, what was he even thinking?
Not where he was. If he was in the center of the bridge, he might have made it. He probably made it.
Like I don't
He
know
was
about
on
this.
the side.
I don't know about
They're
this
trying to
particular
bring out on the
situation.
boats. You
I
do
don't know
know that,
about
don't
this.
What
Yeah, like this
situation?
particular.
you? Go
Like
ahead. Parker.
I don't know about this Brooklyn one. Like I didn't see it. I don't know. Like I don't even know if there's anything else going on in the news. But like when the thing happened in Maryland, right? Like that boat hit something in Maryland. In the I always tend to think it's like a look at the birdie situation. You know what I mean? And like I try to see what else is going on around the world. You know what I mean? Like
Well, sure.
what are they?
Yeah, but
they
look
trying
at
to
it
keep
this
our eyes
way. Both ships lost power before they hit the bridges, but one got destroyed, the other one didn't. The masts got tore off. But it's weird. But they're trying to blame the tugboats on the Mexican get hit in the bridge. It's what they're trying to do. I don't
I
know.
haven't even listened to it.
I don't know how they would blame them for not doing their job, or
I don't know.
they
It's
lost
on
power,
the news.
so I don't know that situation as far as what
Yeah.
the tugboats were doing and shit. I just know what happened, not why.
Yeah.
Jamie,
It was
what's up?
still a terrible. It was still a terrible thing to happen, you know. But I often
Yeah.
wonder, you know, why is all these planes crashing? Why is all these ships all of a sudden running into our bridges? Why is all this stuff happening all of a sudden? I mean,
Hey, Moggs, you have
I
a
just
question
think
over there.
I see that. What do you use with the bacon puffs coating for the pork chops?
The pork rinds.
Yeah, get the pork rinds where that's it. It's just pork rinds. There's no additives. No, it's just pork rinds.
Do you use egg or?
Really?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Excuse me.
Grind them, make them into like just a fine, like a breadcrumb, and I just flour the pork chop, then dip it in egg, and then the coating, and fry them. If they're big and I usually end up like just browning them in the pan, and then I throw them in the oven to finish them because I don't want to burn them in the pan. So there you go.
It creates so much smoke too. Like, you know, I do that too. I put them in the oven a little bit.
So it's got a lower burn
Yeah.
temperature.
Yes, Jamie.
Yeah.
Eggs with the yolk and the white.
now
Yeah,
you need
just
a
beat up
second
an
show,
egg.
Moggs. Now you need a second show, Moggs. You can call it Cooking with Moggs.
Right?
Jamie asked,
I used to
eggs with yolks and whites?
Yeah,
Or
the
just-
whole
Yeah.
just scramble an egg and then coat it that way. Bread it, dip it in flour, take the excess off, and then just roll it around in the egg, pick it up, let it drip off, and then coat it.
Jamie, you gotta try it. It's fucking
It's
wonderful.
good. it's
Hey, did
like
y'all
putting
watch?
skin back on the
Have
pig.
y'all ever watched Cowboy Kent Rollins? He cooked from a
The
stagecoach.
old guy, really old, like
Yeah,
does
he's an old guy. He cooks from a stagecoach.
stage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The truck wagon dude.
I
Yeah.
like watching him. Yeah, truck wagon. Yeah,
But he makes
I
like
watching him. He
dishes
does a lot
from
of
long
good stuff.
ago.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, if you ever want like good cabbage, follow his recipe. So you take a cabbage, you cut like a square down through it to fit one stick of butter. You stick the butter down in there, and then you coat it with fucking bacon. You just put bacon, just like put it all over the top, butter on top. You put it in a Dutch oven, put it on a stove. I don't like cabbage, but I will eat that every day of the week. Oh my god, it's so good.
hey, Sparky, have you tried an onion?
I have
Like
had
an
onions
onion?
before. Yes,
Take an onion.
I am
Take-
50 fucking years or 54 years old. I have
Oh.
tried an onion or two.
Yeah, I mean, take the onion, lay it in there, lay it on top of the aluminum foil, and then take and coat it real good with butter, wrap it with bacon, and then cover it all together with the aluminum foil, throw it on the grill. Man, that thing is delicious. Tender as everything, too.
Right on.
I do that in cast. Like I cook in cast like 99% of the time. So I've
Okay.
done onions like that in cast.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on the grill. Wrap it up in aluminum foil and all that. It's real good.
Well, my
It's like
son
you
has
do the
grill.
cabbage, but doing it with an onion.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's doing
I
it
do
on the
all-
grill. You don't do the cabbage
I know.
on the grill.
But it-
I
That's
do
what I'm
open
or
the
at least
fire.
within,
Well,
With the
if you're
onion,
in
you get
cast, it's the same as sauteing them, really. I mean, if you look at it, you
Yeah.
can take a lot of butter and put it in your cast iron and put your slices of onion in there, and it comes out just as tender, but you don't get the taste like you would on the grill. That's the only kickback.
yeah, you get char and a little smoke.
Yeah.
in there.
I
Mm.
was gonna say because like my son has the only barbecue I have. My son has. I cook open fire or cast. My son has the barbecue and a smoker, so I'd have to ask him to do it.
Yeah, it is delicious. Try it one time.
Jamie, that's all it takes. Just bring it up,
The conversation
there.
changes
Yeah.
like the wind around here,
you
man.
know?
What happened?
Oh.
My internet's going crazy or something.
I'm gonna slide out, guys.
All right, Mike.
Take care, man.
Talk about
Yeah,
the
we're getting
show
touch.
for next week.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just was while we were talking, I found a couple of good things. Maybe, we'll talk
We'll
soon.
talk about it. Right on.
All right,
Thank you.
guys. Have a good night.
You
Sounds
too, brother.
Catch you, dude.
Take care.
See ya.
Yeah, that's
So has anybody had a good Bigfoot or something happen soon or recently or
No,
that me.
not us.
I think Christy. They just had Christy and Harold were showing a video last night that they filmed.
Yeah, that was.
they had a weird the video they had was kind of odd. It looks
Yeah,
like it's coming up with two eyes.
I don't know. I couldn't really.
It was hard to see.
It's hard because the camera is moving right to left. I could see what he sees, but again, I'm like the one that's like, if I can't prove it, it didn't happen, kind of thing. But I could see where he's coming from. It looked very odd. It looked very, very odd.
Different lighting showed different
That's the
things.
thing. It was a different lighting that threw me off, and I'm like,
Showed-
wait a minute.
showed
Now it's
different
bright.
things.
Now it's
Yeah.
not. Now it's, it would just the lighting would change a little, and I couldn't.
It
couldn't
changed the dynamic
see.
of what I was
So-
looking at.
What he was trying
Honestly, I go for that. So a gal, super nice gal. I'm not gonna say her name because I think she's gonna put the video out. She threw me two game cameras or two videos from a game camera from her gifting stump. And she's like, it's just weird because I had a deer, a leaf go into it, which shouldn't happen. And then I had maybe a footprint. And so I took the whole video and then slowed the whole fucking thing down. It compared it between the two videos the two videos are from different days. And there is so much there. It's crazy. Like sticks moved, rocks moved. She put cornstarch down. And you can see where the cornstarch was moved between the 2 days and still shots, just overlaying them.
That's odd.
Leaves moved.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they didn't. It wasn't in his video. I want to point that out. I'm not saying I didn't. I just didn't see.
It was hard to see.
Yeah. What?
No. I get you. I'm the same way. It's like
No, I don't want them to be like, well, fuck him.
But
You know.
No.
I just couldn't see it.
So that's where I'm like, I wasn't there. I can see what he thinks he sees. I'm saying I don't see exactly that. I saw something as he moved back and forth, something that looked like it came up. I see something that looked like I had two eyes, maybe an ear, but to me, the ear was brushed in the background. So it's very, very hard because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it's one
I
of those
stopped it. I
footages,
backed
like-
it up. I slowed it down. I
We were
zoomed
in the
in.
I mean, we were watching the whole
We were
time.
watching it when it came up. I paused and I like.
Dude, I respect he went out there and I was actually just fucking looking. Can I cuss on your thing? I can't remember if I can cuss on your thing.
Oh,
Fuck
did I
yeah.
just keep myself?
Okay.
Yeah, we're
There's so
adults here.
There's some I can. So I respect he went out there and I was actually looking. He thought he got something. I could see what he thought he got. Honestly, yes, I could see where he thought he got it. But as an investigator, I'm kind of going, I can't take that as
Proof.
like evidence, Like if
You
you
know.
have that and a lot of other stuff following that, then I can hook that into that. But if I just have that, I can't. I just can't. So I get where you're going. I get where he's coming from. It's like
No, it's cool. I love trying to see that
respect
shit
across the
videos.
board. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll sit there for fucking hours just trying to figure it
Looking
out.
at it.
Zooming
Yeah.
in, slow it down.
Yeah.
I've done that with so many videos, but
And we all know, like, the
About
best evidence we have is when recorders are on, the video's not on. That's the best evidence. When we think we see something, we think we hear something, we're like, oh God, we're grabbing our phone and we're trying to turn it on.
That's one thing about it. You can show a video, something similar to that, and everybody's going to see something different.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
nobody gonna see the same thing hardly. Very few people. But
I tried.
Yeah.
I was like, I see where something looks like it moves, but then the light changes and it looks like
Something different.
in the background, it looks like just part of the
Foliage.
foliage. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And that's where you get a lot of people, and I don't mean this wrong at all. So if you have people that are trained to investigate, like trained to watch videos, to like dissect videos, to do investigations,
I'm trying.
when they look at a video like that, they look at it totally different from a normal person looking at it, because they just see something that looks like it comes up with two eyes. An
Well,
investigator
some
looks
people-
at like what it would look like for, what's behind it, how it comes up, if the camera's moving when it comes up. There's a lot into it.
yeah. I excel at pattern recognition. It's weird, but in different forms. She'll tell you. You know, I see
know.
shit that I've taken IQ test with pattern recognition that just
I got you, Bo. I got
Shit.
you, Bo.
Oh,
That's
my.
one of the reasons why I have a part-time job, is because I'm good at like little tiny details. Like the video I just talked to you about, the gal that shared the video to me. No, she shared it with 3 other people, did not see anything. And I tore that thing apart. And she's like, nobody saw that. It's like, yeah, that's why I have a job of what I do, because of my training in the past.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, there's a reason why I have one of those. I'm just saying.
and I encourage you, keep putting videos out, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Harold, don't take
Put 'em
this
all out.
in the wrong way anyway. I just don't see it, and that's on me. I don't keep putting them out.
The best part about it is when somebody puts something out like that, sometimes they're like, it's nothing. And it's really, I can go into it like, it's something. And then somebody goes, oh, this is rock solid. I'm like, no, that's nothing. It's like, it's weird because the people that think they have something rock solid, most of the time, not all the time, but like, I would say like 60% of the time, I can explain it. The people that think they have nothing because there's like, it's not that bad, I can pick that apart and go, I can't explain that. Which
Whose
is really
video
weird.
are we
So,
talking about?
Like one of the pictures,
Well,
like you had from the rim, she took up there, and I found something in one of the pictures that I was able to show here, and to me, it looked like sort of like what you
What
had
we were describing.
described it.
That we
Yeah.
saw, that we saw
While
with
you
our
were
own
up there.
eyes.
Whose video are we talking about to start with?
Say that
the
again?
video I'm talking about is not out yet. It was
Oh, okay.
literally
The
from
one that we were
yesterday.
talking about was
So-
Harold and Christy showed last night on their channel.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the other one, yeah.
Biggie,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
I'll see if I can. I'll
Yeah,
find the
it's-
link and post it in
It's
chat.
And so like
he's filming at night. He's got a flashlight with him, and
He's in his
and-
yard in the
Yeah,
back of
and
his
he
house.
focuses on an area of leaves and a hole in the leaves.
it's a tree.
But he put some filters to it, you know, different one's red,
The coloring
the other is green or blue.
blue.
It's just these different filters that they run it through, and
You get a different perspective in
Yeah.
each color.
I'll have to go check it out.
I'm finding the link now. I'll post it in chat.
I'm gonna try to. So I'm actually trying to download that here probably tomorrow, and I'm gonna go through it because there's one point it looks like the head actually comes up, and I want to like see where the camera is going. It's like slow it down so I can see where the camera's going, where the light's showing, because I know there's something right behind that looked like a head, but it's part of the tree. And so I'm gonna try to slow down like all that down and try to figure that out if there's something there or not.
I don't look
Right
at
now,
it to try to
I don't
debunk it.
know.
I'm trying to see what they see.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what they see. I totally see what they see. There's not a question. I see what they see. I don't think it's what they think it is. I think it's a misidentification of what they're seeing. So that's why I want to look into it to actually say either it is or this is what you saw, so they know in the future. Because,
Right.
like, literally, as investigators, if we can't debunk ourselves
I
and
just
help
put it-
ourselves understand what's going wrong,
I just
in
put a link
future,
in
we
the
can't learn.
chat
Okay, link is in
oh
chat.
shit!
for the
Thank you,
video.
Stevie,
For their
for
video.
that video. For the show
Perfect.
that it's on, that they showed it on.
Hey, my phone's about dead and everything, and I think my Wi-Fi is
Okay.
going in and out. But I'll see y'all.
Good to see you, David.
Yeah, check out their
All right.
video.
Hey, man.
Y'all take
Give
care.
your wife her love.
Yes.
Yeah, look up
We'll
that link,
see.
dude.
Have a good night.
Yeah, that's like a lot of guys I talk with. It's like, this is a perfect example of it could be something. I don't think it is.
I want it to
But-
be something. I want to see something. You know, I want
And
to
that,
fucking A.
that's
Good.
why
Somebody got some good shit.
I really want to look into it to say, I can say, I don't know. To show them, it's like, I can prove it's not light. It's not, you're moving the camera. It's not a brush behind you. I want to either do that or show them that's what happened. Either way.
I think if there was something there, you would have got eye shine because they did shine the flashlight there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting though.
It's a very interesting video for sure.
What else is going on in chat?
I got COVID. It's horrible. The hell?
Glad you're feeling better, Figgy.
Yes, I just
Sorry you had
heard
to go
that.
through that shit.
I'm wondering
Yeah,
if that's
that-
what I
that
went through.
sucks.
I don't know.
I mean, only because I had the loss of taste and it was more respiratory in the end.
Just glad you kept it to yourself.
But yeah, I tried. I did. Still not sure.
No, so talking about this, I want to make sure everybody the listening know, because we have a lot of people listening right now.
Yeah.
When we're talking about this, if somebody debunks something, it's not bad. It's not saying anything on you. We're trying to all learn at the same time. And the fact that you might have something you don't think you have anything on is like, this is a dumb video. I don't think it's, put it up. Let everybody look at it, and maybe there's something there that you
And
don't.
somebody always sees something.
Yeah, you could have something really important. So never be afraid to put stuff up. Or if you have any videos and you're just kind of like, I don't know, you could send them to me. I will put my email in the chat if it's okay with you. If you have a video and you don't
I
know,
put a link
I
to
can
your
look through
channel
it.
a little while back.
Oh, perfect. I'll look through it. I'll tell you whether I think there's something there or not, because I will slow it down, reverse it. I will do a bunch of stuff to see if anything is there. So don't be afraid to share videos. Nobody's
No,
going to judge you if nothing's there.
I've spent many hours looking at videos, just zooming in on shit.
Right? I spent many hours
Just
on my own
trying
shit.
to figure it out. You know, like,
Zooming
okay,
in and-
what the hell is that? You know,
Yeah.
is that a shadow? No. Is that? I don't know.
Right?
I enjoy that shit. You know.
There you go. If you have any videos and you don't know what to do, that's the email you can send them to. And I'll look over them and I'll keep it private. I won't send them out. I like the last one I just talked to Moggs about. It's a private. I don't know if she's going to share it. She might, but I gave her my rundown on it. She had a weird movement of a tree. She had orb in there. She had a weird light beam. She had two twigs moving between.
Danny, good
frames.
night.
Good night,
A whole
Danny.
bunch of stuff, but it's not my video, so I'm not sharing it.
No, I like I said, I don't want him to stop putting up videos. Please keep doing it.
Yeah.
As soon as
put out
somebody says I got a
everything
video, I'm like, oh really? I want to see this.
It's just so intriguing. You know?
Dude, there's been a lot of videos I put out in the past on stuff where somebody came back and is like, that's not right. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's like I learned something. Nobody takes that bad. It's like just put up the video. Put all the videos up.
Let me stop you real quick.
Free thinker.
What is this channel about? What do you want it to be about?
Everything. Everything.
What's on your mind?
We're here for you.
We're
I like
kind of
hot dogs and hamburgers and steaks.
we're kind of a variety thing, but we're in a Bigfoot community, if that makes sense. We talk
Paranormal.
anything. Paranormal.
Yeah.
Why the fascination?
Yeah. Why, well, you know.
Oh,
You know?
I had a weird thing happen. So I went down.
Plus,
I had-
let me finish the thought. Plus, if you wanted to come on here, check this out.
Boom.
Link is in chat. You can click on that link and come hang out
Thursday.
if you have something you want to talk about. That's how we roll. Every Tuesday and Thursday,
We
9 o'clock.
We try to stay away from politics and religion.
Yeah, but
Hopefully, yeah.
mostly everything else is pretty.
Fair game for
Yeah.
the most part.
So, okay, so I had a weird paranormal thing happen to me. So I went down my daughter's. Not to get too involved in my other business, but I help kids and all that kind of crap, right? So I went down to Comic-Con and took a whole bunch of special need kids down to Comic-Con. So I had to stay with my daughter, who lives down in the valley. So I stayed with her 3 days. Nothing happens in her house at all. Like nothing. Like we're just hanging out. Everything's good. And at the last day, I thought I heard somebody say something, and I turned around. I'm like, what? Like, who's there? There's nobody there. And I'm like, okay. And so I finished getting ready to leave. At the last minute, I think I'm okay. I got everything out of my room that my daughter had set up for me. And I go to leave, and somebody yells my name. Like I could hear it. It's like a whispery yell. And I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, what is going on? And I look over, and my wallet is still on the table. I'm like, oh, somebody's telling me I forgot my wallet. I go over, grab my wallet. I go over, I'm like, thank you. And as I walk down the hallway, I hear somebody say, you're welcome. Very odd.
That's
Very
strange.
odd. Like all weekend long, I didn't hear anything. But up to that point is like, I just kind of like heard, like, I thought somebody was talking, but she has neighbors, so it could be anything. Up to that point, when it called my name, not my nickname, not like Sparky or anything else, like my legitimate name, I'm like, oh, what? It was weird.
Do you use Sparky off of outside of YouTube?
Oh yeah, everybody knows me as
Okay.
Sparky.
Okay.
Yep. So I have legitimately like 4 names. I have my legal name, my legal first name. I have my middle name that most people that know me from birth called me as. I have a nickname that everybody knows me as, that knew me like all the way up to my 20s. And then after 35-ish, everybody called me Sparky. So they called me by my middle name, like my family name, which was odd.
How many, like, what kind of relatives are deceased? That would, you know what I'm saying? An aunt,
Yeah.
parent,
So
or anybody. I mean, it would have to be somebody that knew you. If it was to me, I mean, it wouldn't be some random fucking ghost.
So what's weird is I have
Then again, it
a
could be.
couple
Yeah, I was gonna
recent, recent deceased relatives, and I've had contact with one because his ashes are actually in my property. I asked him where he wanted to be buried. And he's like, I want to be on your farm. So his ashes are actually in my field. I've had contact with him. So my middle name is Scott. He calls me Scotty. Everybody, like when they knew me from high school, like older adults called me Scotty. Everybody else called me Scott. My grandmother called me Scott because she was like, you are not a Scotty. Your name is Scott. I have had contact with
Like,
her,
um,
and she is very distinct when she comes across. Like she comes like across, like oh my god. So when I was down there, I didn't recognize the voice at all, but it basically said Scott, and I was like, huh? I just turned around. That's why it was weird, because I have a couple of relatives that came across. Most of them are now gone. They actually crossed over. I only have 2 that call me Scotty, and I have 1, which is my grandmother, that comes back and forth rarely, that calls me Scott, and that was not her. But I also have EVPs in this house where honestly, at this desk, I had mics going, and I was testing the mic if it would work with my my static box. I was just fucking around, and I had stuff in the background, and when I played it back, it was a battle. Like people in my house that I said, you can't be in here unless you're family or I invite you. There was a battle of pushing somebody out, because at one point it said Scott's still in the house over the mic. So there is other things that are calling me Scott, but I don't know if they're family or if that's how they know me. I don't.
That's odd.
It was
I
Guardian Angels or whatever.
Yeah, I don't get that type of interaction.
Dude,
Shit that
I
happens
load
to
up
me, it's few and far between with like the paranormal. I
I'm
deal
just glad
psychic
I recorded the whole fucking thing, and I'm just glad I did, because it started off just kind of retarded, and I got stuff over the static box and then stuff over the mic, because I had a mic in the room, so I was getting both that actually met up, which was really weird. And then I had that, so I was glad I recorded it. I put it up because it's like nobody's gonna believe me if I actually tell them this, but now it's on YouTube, so you can't say it didn't happen.
So it's on your channel?
Yeah.
And what's it called? Is there a name for the video?
Oh god, I think it's my last one. Why did you put me under the gun like that? Holy crap, dude! Now I have to look it up.
You don't have to do shit. I'm just
What the hell?
yeah, I don't know. I'm good with that.
Oh, so it's a test. It says test audio Zoom H6 with Stackbox is the
Okay,
name of the
so
thing.
I want to go check that out.
Because I was using my Zoom H6, which is a really good
There's a
recorder.
link to your channel in chat. If anybody
It's-
wants to check it out.
It's a great audio device, because you can put like studio boom mics on it, which I got like 6, so I have 2 of them. So I
What
can,
is it?
It's a Zoom H6,
Okay.
and so it plugs in 4 boom mics on the side, and then you can put a boom mic or a right and left mic on top. So usually I just have the right and left, and I sit it where I'm at. So the right and left catches everything around me, and then I have 50 feet to run boom mics all around where I'm at. So I get noises everywhere, and it records it in separate channels. But when you go to like do the audio, you can put them up and they all sync. So you can actually go through each channel to see where the audio is going. So when I was down at what is it called? It's way down south. I went down with Whip.
Lamp cotton.
It's a really haunted place. Anyways, I went down once and I'm like, oh no,
Gettysburg?
I'm doing this right. So I laid out all my mics upstairs in the attic, and we could pinpoint where the sound came from within 10 feet, which was awesome. So we could, like, when we had a whisper or people talking that weren't there, we could
You just
tell
go to
exactly-
that mic and channel and know where it's at. That's cool.
Yeah. Because if you have them spaced out like 20 feet, if you can hear it in this one, you can hear it in this one, which one's louder? You know it's closer to this one than is this one. So then you can kind of...
I have a little audio recorder that I don't even know how to use. She knows how to use it a little bit. And you can plug into it. You can put at least one mic. It's a little Tascam.
Yeah. Any recorder is a good recorder. I'm just saying.
Well, it's neat. On by itself without putting in like extra mics. It has like those two adjustable mics that are
Yeah.
next to each other.
Yeah.
It's a cool little recorder. I just don't know how to use it.
But hold on, I'll show you. Oh god.
He's not here. Don't talk about him.
Right?
We are going to need to get off of here in a minute or 3.
I could still hear you because I have earbuds in. So this is my audio setup for when I do paranormal. So I have this is a Zoom H6, Zoom H6, and then this little guy is like the bomb if you're on a budget.
Yeah, same
This
type
thing
of mic.
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you learn how to use this, it's almost as good as these. These are a little crazy. These are like studio. So you
Sure.
have 2 studio plugs on each side, and then you have 9,000 gadgets you can put on the top. Okay. Help me now.
Yeah, the zooms are
Like that.
known for.
Zooms
cool.
are known for like audio. They're really,
Yes,
really, really good.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you, it's like I've got a lot of stuff with the Zooms. Don't get me wrong, they're amazing. But if these you can get these like refurbed for like $60.
Well, the Tascam I have is that size.
So once you know, like once you go to record, before you hit record, you hit once and it actually shows you like a diagram here. You can go up and down. You can set these mics to reduce all the levels of noise. So it's only picking up like barely background noise. That's when you get like great audio. It's amazing. So you'll get every EVP. You won't have the background noise of like the car down the road or the refrigerator in the next room. It's learning how to actually turn this down because these do that. And this is my go-to. I wish I remember the place we went down, southern Idaho. I put this outside and just turned it down because there's a road there, and it picked up a crap ton of EVPs. I'm like, a lot, because it would run. This will run all night long. Like if you put it on like at 7 o'clock at night, it'll run to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
They're amazing. Great. If you're looking for a recorder, this is the one. I have a lot of $20 recorders that I just put in the room, like across the rooms, and just like blanket everything. Because every once in a while, some asshole will turn off my recorder, which pisses me off. So I have multiple recorders everywhere.
Yeah, I don't record a lot of stuff, just audio.
No.
Usually if I do anything, I'm videoing shit, you know.
That's
I gotta
where
get
most
back
people go to. Yeah.
I got to get back to videoing, like doing shorts and stuff. I got away from it. I used to do a lot of shorts, and I just I have alligators out here I could be filming, but you know how many alligators are going to film?
All right.
Turtles, you know.
A lot.
Birds.
A lot. Some of us don't see that shit. I'm just saying.
I know.
But like when it comes to paranormal, I tell everybody it's like use your phone, get a cheap camera, because you're most likely not going to get it on video. I'm sorry. I know everybody wants Bigfoot on video. They want a ghost on video. More likely you're not going to get it. But if you have something just to record, an iPhone or Android, like all of our phones now, are as good as a good camcorder.
Sure.
Just run that and keep a battery, like a battery pack, and buy a recorder. Your most evidence you're going to get is audio. Whether it's Bigfoot or it's paranormal or anything else, it's going to be audio.
Christy said, "Hey, Sparky."
What's up, Christy?
Well, dude,
He's
we
like,
are
"Oh,
gonna
God."
we are gonna end this. We're at the 2-hour mark. I didn't
Yeah,
remind you.
we know.
I'm being told to end it.
See?
Damn. Come over here.
It's the confirmation there.
We finally get back on Bigfoot and paranormal. You're like, okay, we're timed out.
It's it's
Whatever.
you never
I'm
know
fine.
what we're gonna
I'm
talk
fine.
about here.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. Whatever. Okay.
Anyway. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out, dude.
Dude, always a pleasure. Love hanging out with you. Good time.
Okay.
Indeed.
My dog's getting a little demanding.
Yes. She knows. She knows it's time.
She's got her head like between my legs, just pushing my leg, trying to move me.
Yeah.
No.
Do you want to throw me in the box, or I can before you leave?
You know, I don't hang out usually backstage. But yeah, I'll put you back.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Marky, thanks for hanging out.
See you soon.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was interesting.
Did we get more than 8 or did we hit 8 topics?
Who knows?
Guys, it is Memorial Day weekend.
It sure
you
is.
guys be safe.
Be
Enjoy
safe.
the weekend.
Hopefully it's a long weekend for everybody.
Yeah, say a little prayer for those who made it possible. You know, the soldiers that gave all, and you know,
Yeah.
be safe out there. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. If you enjoyed it tonight, hit that like button below, share it out, and leave comments.
Yes.
We like comments.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Again, next week, check it out. Thursday, we're going to do something for the 500th show, and should be fun. We'll talk more about it on Tuesday. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
We
Take care
love
of
you.
yourselves. Take care of one another. We love you. Peace and God bless.